What is up, Virgo family? How y'all doing, man? It is time to go ahead and knock out your December 2024 extended reading. So these are basically just the last few situations. And oh, no. Wait a minute. This is the mid-month. I'm sorry. Man, I totally screwed that up. Okay. Mid-month messages, not extended. Okay. So these are the messages that are going to tell us whether or not timelines changed. Okay. Man, I'm glad I didn't keep rolling with that like that. I would have butchered the whole message. We went out of town, just got back into town, and well, I guess I'm all out of sorts up here. Okay, mid-month messages for Virgo. Mid-month messages. What we're looking for is we're checking to see whether or not timelines have changed. So, also, we have a special announcement for those of you who didn't catch the memo. If you're catching this video on time, we are doing one last round of the 2222 live mini readings on December 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So you can find that on my website, tarotwithrich.com, along with all of the information for all of the other personal readings that I have to offer, okay? So all that information is in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting this off with the person from the past. Person from the past. Let's see, is Virgo still on the same timeline in regards to the person from the past? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Is Virgo on the same timeline with the person from the past? Strength card reversed. So some of you could have dealt with a Leo possibly. Let's see here. Ah, the Tower card. Well, ooh, you know what this looks like? Yeah, and the Death card. I'm kind of feeling like this person is ending up with somebody else. That's what this feels like. I'm kind of feeling like you're going to have a conversation with this person, though. I am seeing communication. And for a lot of you, it feels like you're finding out that this person's already with somebody else. And I don't know if that you just consider that to be closure or what. But after a conversation with this person, Death card, Tower card. It's like somehow, some way, you just step back, let go, and just let the tower finish burning to the ground, not taking any action to try to rebuild things. It almost feels, honestly, too, some of you may not believe me while I'm saying this, but this is telling me that that's not going to be a very difficult decision for you to make when the time comes. You may be thinking that now, before it happens. But one conversation with this person, something's going to click. And I don't even think you're going to want it anymore. I don't know why. Like I said, I think I have a lot of messages in here. I'm trying to figure out how to generalize it for everybody. Some of you, this person's already just with somebody else, Maybe some of you are seeing that this person has not changed. They haven't learned their lesson. They're still the exact same person that you walked away from. But one conversation with this person, something clicks. And it's almost like you lose all feelings, all emotions. Everything just goes poof. And you just step back, release, and let this go. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Let's see who I got here. Could be a fellow Virgo for some of you, but I feel like that's your energy. I also have Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. Okay. Well, let's see the past person's true feelings and intentions towards you. How do they really feel about you? What's their true energies towards you? This person's still playing the victim. You know that, right? I don't know what it was that happened between the two of you, but no matter what it was, they're still playing the victim. Even if they did you dirty. You made them do you dirty. You know that, right? It's getting spun around onto you. So for those of you wondering whether or not this person regrets what they did, they don't even believe they did anything wrong. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has learned their lesson, again, they don't even believe that they've done anything wrong. So they're completely ignoring the truth about the whole situation. I'm getting a lot of immaturity here. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the Page of Wands. We got the Page of Pentacles and the Fool card. This is some of the most immature fucking energy that could possibly come through a fucking spread, dude. Could be an Aries for some of you. But Empress and the Lovers card both reversed. Doesn't really look like this person is losing sleep trying to get back with you. It really don't. If they were, I don't know what happened. If they were missing you, they woke up one day and changed their mind. Because I don't see a lot of energy coming from this person at all. I don't think so. And no, this is not somebody you can fully trust. Well, we pretty much got the outcome in the first spread, so let's get the advice. You know what that means, right? That means the worst is over. Surrender. Throw in the white towel and release it. Hangman reversed. Death card. Ten of Swords, man. I do not have any wiggle room to bend that advice at all. I don't. Y'all know I like to try. If I can, I will bend the advice to the best of my ability. But I have no wiggle room with that. When the Ten of Swords Death card comes out as advice, this is not Rich Lop talking. The cards are saying, throw in the white towel and be done with it. That's the cards, not me. Well, damn, dog. Okay. There's one theme that I've been seeing lots of signs sharing over the last quarter of 2024. And that is releasing old baggage from 2024 to carve out a new pathway for 2025. 2025 is a whole new timeline. Y'all know that, right? 2024 has been a year of transformation and development and change. 2025 is a new timeline. Totally new timeline. Especially when Aquarius season gets here. By the time Aquarius season gets here, that's a new timeline. You know what happens at the start of Aquarius season, right? Think about that. When's Aquarius season start? Think about that. Think about when Aquarius season begins. Think about what happens when Aquarius season starts, 2025. Take all the time you need thinking about that. It's going to start a whole new timeline. All right, y'all. Now we're going to move on to singles and the person that you're interested in. Let's see if we're on the same timeline as far as that goes. When I first started the video, I almost did the extended reading. We just got back into town, man. I'm all discombobulated and off my routine. I almost started doing the extended reading. All right. Are we on the same timeline? Virgo and their love interest, singles. Ooh, this one's yelling at me. What's that? King of Coins. Some of you might be interested in a business owner, possibly. Could be a fellow earth sign for some of you. Hang on. That honestly is among some of the most dry, boring cards in the whole tarot, to be honest with you. The King of Coins is not a very exciting dude. Just not. 9 of Coins. Ace of Wands. Well, I'm kind of feeling like, okay, this is hard to explain. So, you are feeling like you're coming to your senses when it comes to this situation, and you're feeling like you're seeing the truth, that it's time to just move on, start new, start fresh. Your logical mind is telling you that. However, your emotional mind is having a really difficult time releasing and letting go of this person. A really difficult time. So you're trying like hell to just move past this and let go of this person, but you're not having a very easy time letting go of this. Not really. But this person is just showing like no genuine emotion. Not really. Maybe for some of you, you might get a few mixed signals here and there, but by and large, it just doesn't really seem like this person gives a shit. Doesn't seem like it. And I think you want to go and explore other options, but the problem is you're not interested in anybody else. You don't even want nobody else. This is the only person you want. So, could be a Gemini for some of you. You also have Cancer. Okay. Well, let's see how this person feels about you then. How this person be feeling about Virgo. How this person feel about Virgo. Boom, boom, boom. Two of Wands. They don't know what they want. This person don't know what they want. Two of Wands is all about being at a crossroads, being indecisive, having more than one decision to make, having more than one path that you could take. And they're just really not 100% sure exactly how they feel. They're really not. Knight of Cups reversed. I think when it all comes down to it, this person enjoys being single with the 9 of Cups there. They have a big fear of abandonment. They have a major fear of abandonment. And when it all comes down to it, most people who are reluctant to commit, hesitant to fall in love, it usually has more to do with a fear of being hurt than anything, right? Most of the time. Most of the time. So, I hate it when that energy comes out, man. It's always so hard. It's not hard to read. It's just hard to articulate. You know? All right. Well, what's the advice? What's the advice? 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords reversed. Well, I don't really think there's anything regarding this situation that you're unaware of. I don't really think there's anything you need to know that you don't know. There's no new information that's really going to change anything about this situation. I'm thinking you're pretty much doing what it is that's best. I mean, after a certain point, when you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to see where something's going and it ain't going nowhere, you're trying to walk away from this, but you're having a hard time releasing and letting go of it. There's not really a whole lot else that you can do. Not really. You know what I think, though? Ooh, you know what? Ooh. This type of thing normally doesn't come through these general readings here. This is something that normally comes through personal readings. But I'm thinking, though, that the majority of you that need to hear this message, what you're dealing with is a very specific type of soul contract that a lot of people don't talk about. And it's what I like to call a bump contract, or you can call it a course correction, where the main reason why you're connecting with this person is simply to alter the trajectory of your life path. And that's it. That's it. So I'm not going to unpack the whole thing in this video, but long story short, we all go through it. I've never met one human being on this planet that hasn't had to experience this, where basically you're kind of starting to drift in the wrong direction in life. That's going not really according to your soul contract and according to your plan. And long story short, the universe sends somebody to cross paths with you, and this person energetically hog ties you and drags you kicking and screaming down a path that you never would have found if left to your own devices. And these can be some of the most frustrating connections that you will ever experience in this life, because they're some of the most intense connections that you will experience in this life. If they weren't, it wouldn't work. And it's not going to make sense. That's another frustrating thing about it. If it made sense, it wouldn't work. See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that a lot of you are energetically tied to this person for a very specific reason. And that reason hasn't played itself out yet. I know that can be a really frustrating message to hear, but that's what I'm thinking a lot of you are dealing with here. Well, so when you're dealing with a situation like that, there's not a lot you can do. I'm not going to lie. There is not a lot you can do, because you're going to be energetically tied to this person until they've drugged you far enough down the path that you need to be on to where they can let you go. And then that's when the energy will release itself. I call it, like I said, a bump contract. You can call it whatever you want. Course correction, whatever, but it's mainly meant to alter the trajectory of your path, mainly. So there's not a lot you can do about it, man. There's really not. If there was something you could do about it, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't serve its purpose if you could do something about it. See what I'm saying? All right, let's see what's coming in next. Who's the next person due to come in for Virgo? Are we on the same timeline with the next person coming in? Uh-oh, Knight of Wands. Uh-oh, what's that all about? Ooh, okay. Well, all right, I got to be real careful about how I say this. You're going to be presented with an open door of opportunity to engage in a karmic contract with somebody that you have unfinished business with from a previous lifetime. Now, I'm wording that very specifically. This does not mean that you are bound and forced to engage in a karmic contract. But you will cross paths with somebody that you do have some karma with from a previous lifetime. Here's the thing, though. According to this right here, the majority of you will probably not even be interested in entertaining this, because this energy is gonna trigger your spidey senses like crazy, dude. Because, that Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords energy, that's game playing, lying ass, fucking manipulative, sneaky ass game player energy. And that is gonna trigger the shit out of your spidey senses. You're gonna feel that. And I'm thinking a lot of you are probably just gonna back away from this altogether. Now, here's the slippery part. I don't have the authority to tell you what you should or should not do regarding past life karma. I don't have the authority to tell you that, because this is a soul contract that you agreed to long before I ever stepped foot on this planet. I was fucking light years away from here on my home planet playing some other fucking game that had nothing to do with the 3D Earth game. I have no authority to tell you what you should do with this. The only thing I can tell you is the energy that's available, and you take the information and do with it what you will. And yeah, this energy's a fucking mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. This person is inconsistent. You've been through it. The inconsistencies, the mixed signals, hot and cold, on and off, in and out, acting one way one day, another way another day, trying to keep their social media private, will never let you post a picture with them, is always, in and out whenever it's convenient for them, and, their communication's really inconsistent because they're full of shit. This person's a complete and total game playing, full of shit ass liar. So, at least the open door of opportunity is going to make itself available for you to clear some karma with this person, though. Let's see. Okay, that throws a monkey wrench in the flow. I didn't expect that. So let's see what advice will come through for this, I guess. What's the advice? Hey, as long as you maintain your independence. Now, when I say independence, I don't mean be alone. That's not what I mean. Maintain emotional independence. And I think a lot of you are starting to become very emotionally independent. So emotional independence does not mean that you are alone, okay? Emotional independence means you don't depend on anyone to create your happiness for you. And one of the first noticeable side effects of emotional independence is a really sensitive bullshit-o-meter. Really sensitive. See, one of the first side effects of emotional codependency, which is desperately hoping for somebody to create your happiness for you, is overlooking red flags out of desperation, right? So desperate and lonely and wanting somebody to make you happy that you'll take all the red flags and stuff them under the rug out of desperation. But when you are emotionally independent and you fill your own void from the inside, your bullshit-o-meter gets really sensitive, right? And I don't have time to unpack all that here in this video. I really don't. But I'm not going to say do or don't. I'm just going to say, as long as you make sure that you maintain your emotional integrity, your emotional independence, and remain energetically aware and energetically intelligent, you'll probably make the decision not to go through with this anyways, because it'll feel off. It'll feel real off. Really, really off. So that's really all I can say with a situation like this. Really all I can say. Because, you know, that whenever you connect with a person and it's confusing, you know, weeks go by, a month, 2 months, they just confuse the shit out of you. You can't tell how they feel about you. You can't tell what they want with you. You can't tell where you stand with them. That ain't never going to go away. That's never just going to resolve itself. It's going to continue to build and build and build and build and build until it pops, explodes, and comes out sideways. And then that just creates more karma, which, if that's the game your higher self wants to play, no judgment. But I think a lot of us going into this new timeline for 2025 aren't really interested in dragging any karma into 2025, because we're moving into a world where the karma game is not going to work on planet Earth anymore, because we're raising planet Earth up out of that low vibration. And the karma game only works in a low vibrational dimension. Now, there are plenty of other dimensions and planets that a lot of other beings have been working on for a long time to get them as low frequency as Earth. Been working on that for a while. Earth was just the first one that they got this low. But now Earth is coming back up out of that, and there's other places, there will be other planets and dimensions that are low frequency, just like Earth, where those of you who enjoy those crazy, intense 3D games, you'll be able to play those games in all kinds of other places here very, very soon. So anyway, yeah, so if you just maintain your emotional independence, maintain energetic awareness and intelligence, you will make the decision that you feel aligns with your highest good. Okay? All right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Virgo family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And for those of you catching this video on time, on December 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're doing our last round of 2222 live mini readings to wrap up 2024 as a holiday special. You can find all the information on that at the same place where all my other tarot readings are, on my website, tarotwithrich.com. The link is in the description. All right, so, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.